The silver cup falls from President Ibrahim Traoré's hand, shattering on the marble floor of the presidential palace. His vision blurs. Sweat erupts across his forehead. He grips the edge of the mahogany table as his knees buckle. "Mr. President!" An aide rushes forward while others freeze in shock. A flash forward. Traoré stands tall in his white uniform, facing a room of captured conspirators, the same silver cup now in his hand as evidence. "Did you think the ancestors would allow Burkina Faso to fall so easily?" Back to the present, darkness claims him as he collapses. 3 months earlier, young Ibrahim Traoré, then a captain, kneels beside his dying commander in the dusty outskirts of Djibo. Insurgent gunfire echoes nearby. "They abandoned us," his commander whispers, blood seeping through his uniform. "Command knew we didn't have enough ammunition, yet they sent us anyway." Traoré presses a field dressing against the wound. "Stay with me, Colonel. Promise me." The dying man grips Traoré's wrist with surprising strength. "When the time comes, remember who the real enemy is. It's not just the insurgents." This memory flashes through Traoré's mind as he now stands at a military parade in Ouagadougou, watching his troops march by. Now president after 2 coups, his white uniform pristine against his dark skin, he carries the weight of a nation on his shoulders. Colonel Farida Sorgo approaches, saluting crisply. "Mr. President, the elders from your village have arrived." "My village? I didn't request any meeting." "Your brother Kassim arranged it. Says it's urgent." General Pascal Lampo appears, his chest heavy with medals. "Mr. President, the French delegation is waiting. These village matters can surely wait." "The people are my priority, General," Traoré replies, noticing how Lampo's smile doesn't reach his eyes. Village elder Cabaret sits cross-legged on a woven mat in a side room of the presidential compound, his weathered face solemn. Kassim Traoré, the president's younger brother, waits anxiously nearby. 3 nights, the same vision came, the elder says when President Traoré enters. Death approaches in a silver cup, offered by a friend with 2 faces. Elder Cabaret has traveled 2 days to bring this warning, Kassim adds. The elder produces a small leather pouch. The sacred baobab reveals all poisons. "Keep this with you always." Traoré, educated in France and trained in military academics, hesitates. A flashback, young Ibrahim and Kassim as boys, watching their grandfather perform a protection ritual before their village's hunters depart. "The old ways keep us safe," their grandfather had said. Back in the present, Traoré takes the pouch respectfully. "Thank you, elder." As he leaves, Colonel Sorgo waits outside. "Sir, there's something you should know about the mining contracts General Lampo is proposing." In a luxury hotel across Ouagadougou, the conspirators meet. Tomorrow, during the reception for the Russian delegation, General Lampo tells a French businessman and a government minister. The compound is untraceable. It will appear natural. "And after?" the businessman asks. "I assume temporary leadership, blame insurgent sympathizers. Colonel Sorgo will be implicated. Her files on French mining interests make her the perfect scapegoat." A phone buzzes. The minister checks it. Traoré just cancelled the French mining delegation meeting. "What? Why?" "He's meeting with village elders instead." The general slams his fist on the table. "He's becoming more unpredictable. We move tonight." That evening, as sunset bathes the presidential palace in gold, Traoré stands on his balcony. He rolls the small leather pouch between his fingers, considering the elder's warning. Colonel Sorgo enters with a file. "Sir, I've been tracking unusual transfers between these military accounts and French mining companies." Traoré reviews the documents, his expression hardening. "Who else knows about this?" "No one I trust completely. There's been talk among some officers, preparations. Something's coming." A servant appears with a silver tray bearing a single glass. "From General Lampo, sir. He sends his apologies for missing your meeting and offers a toast to tomorrow's negotiations." Sorgo and Traoré exchange glances. Once alone, Traoré removes the stopper from the pouch. The powder inside smells of earth and roots. Skeptical but cautious, he sprinkles a pinch into the drink. The clear liquid instantly turns murky purple. Midnight. Qasim moves through the shadows of the servants' quarters where Elder Cabaret waits. He's in danger now, the elder says suddenly, eyes unfocused. I feel it. A gunshot echoes from the main building. Colonel Sorgo and Traoré had planned a trap, but the assassins came earlier than expected. Now they're barricaded in the president's office, furniture pushed against the door as armed men try to break through. How many? Traoré asks, checking his pistol. At least 6, Sorgo replies. Lampo's men from their uniforms. We need evidence that connects them to the foreign interests. Traoré pulls out his phone. Broadcast mode. He sets it to stream directly to a secure server. The door splinters. Lampo himself appears in the frame, pistol raised. Ibrahim, he says coldly. This could have been much easier. For whom, Pascal? The French? The mining companies? For Burkina Faso. Your isolationist policies are destroying us. You mean they're destroying your offshore accounts? Lampo gestures and his men aim their weapons. History will remember you as a naive idealist who died for nothing. A commotion erupts in the hallway behind them. Elder Cabaret's voice rises above the chaos, chanting in a traditional language. The armed men turn, distracted. Traoré seizes the moment, tackling Lampo. The general's pistol discharges, hitting Traoré in the shoulder. They struggle as Sorgo engages the other assassins. The elder appears in the doorway, throwing a handful of powder into the air. It billows outward like a cloud, momentarily disorienting Lampo's men. In the confusion, Lieutenant Aziz Pakmagda arrives with loyal soldiers, surrounding the conspirators. Lampo, seeing his plan collapsing, lunges for a final attack, but Traoré, despite his wounded shoulder, is faster. The general falls, wounded but alive. 3 days later, national television broadcasts footage of Traoré entering a room where the captured conspirators sit handcuffed. His arm is in a sling, but he stands tall. He places the silver cup, now evidence, on the table before them. You believed you could silence Burkina Faso's future, he says. But you forgot something essential about our people. He holds up the leather pouch. We are protected by something stronger than your foreign connections and blood money. The wisdom of our ancestors. The divine providence that guides our nation. The story spreads like wildfire across the country. In villages, markets, and cities, people speak of how traditional wisdom saved the president from foreign assassins. It wasn't just the powder, Elder Cabaret explains to a crowd in Traoré's home village. It was his willingness to respect the old ways while building new paths. 1 month later, Traoré stands before a gathering of traditional leaders from across Burkina Faso, alongside university professors and mining experts. Our future lies in balancing contemporary knowledge with ancestral wisdom, he declares. Foreign interests wanted our gold, but not our development. That changes today. He signs a new mining charter that keeps majority control in Burkinabe hands while investing profits directly into infrastructure and education. Colonel, now General, Sorgo stands at his side. The external threats remain, she reminds him privately. This won't be their last attempt. Let them come, Traoré replies, touching the leather pouch now worn openly around his neck. We're ready. In the crowd, Qasim and Elder Cabaret exchange knowing glances. The elder nods slightly. Another vision has come, but this one shows victory. The final image, Traoré stands at sunrise on a hill overlooking Ouagadougou, the leather pouch visible against his uniform. A small baobab sapling has been planted there, its first leaves reaching toward the light. For Burkina Faso, he whispers, the land of upright people. Behind him, unseen but felt, ancestral spirits nod in approval as the sun bathes the awakening city in gold.